Yeah. First off, just like to express our gratitude for the University of South Carolina and their hospitality this week. Congratulations to them on a regional title. Obviously, a very good team. Really proud of our kids, their effort, their determination. Just a remarkable season. Just the way the city of Jacksonville, the University of North Florida, and everybody rallied behind this team, this program. The way this senior class really just carried really the burden of making it back to the conference tournament, figuring out a way to win it, being able to do that, and then obviously carry us into a regional and not only make our first ever appearance in a regional, but also have the ability to win a couple games. So, it's obviously not the way we envisioned it ending, but there's one team that gets to end their season with a win, and unfortunately it's not us, but it doesn't take away from what these seniors and what this program has accomplished. I think we can firmly say UNF softball is on the map, and it's going to be here, and it's going to be here to stay. So again, we're extremely grateful for everything, the hospitality, the the fan support, being able to play here was awesome. So, I guess that's good for now.
Two questions just for the student athletes. First, if you would please raise your hand and give the microphone to you. Allison, I know it's hard right now, but can you kind of describe your emotions as you were coming off the field for the last time? You got a nice round of applause from everybody here.
That was certainly unexpected. I'm very grateful. I mean, to end my career in a regional final, I mean, I've been to a regional before, but I've never gotten to play, so I'm just very grateful. I mean, obviously it's bittersweet, you have a feeling that, you're done, but at the same time, I can hold my head high that I pushed myself to my limit and I did everything I could to help my team, so, yeah.
Allison, I mean, following that, you threw 315 pitches this week, and that's insane. How do you feel going away from this weekend knowing that you were crossed that 300 mark and you were still able to give everything you could to your team?
Well, it's my last year, so I had to push myself and do whatever the team needed me to do. So I didn't really care how many pitches it took. It was just whatever needed to be done was going to be done.
What has your school and also the city of Jacksonville, meant to y'all over your careers?
Yeah, I just really want to say a big thank you to UNF and Jacksonville. I'm from Colorado, so it's pretty far away, and I just really thank Coach Jeff for taking a chance on his third Colorado kid, and I'm pretty sure he's had a pretty good track record with Colorado kids, so maybe he should come out there more often. But I just have loved being an Osprey. I can't even describe how freaking cool this was to end my career playing in a regional championship. Not even that, just winning with my team I can't describe it. It was just so much fun this year, and it sucks that we're not going to play softball again, but, there's always slow pitch. And I just can't imagine it being for anyone else, like Coach Mario and Coach Fies, and just especially everyone who came out and supported us. And not only, it was just pretty amazing to see Benny get a standing O, her last appearance ever. So, yeah.
UNF has meant everything to me. Being a transfer, you're taking a leap of faith, and it's hard to do that. It takes a lot of courage, and I think a lot of people they don't take the decision lightly. Sorry. I think you know, when Coach Jeff reached out to me, I had a gut feeling this was the place I was meant to be, and I was right. I usually am. So I'm just super grateful for Coach Jeff, Coach Fies, Coach Mario, for everything they've done for me, for all my teammates, for all the supporters. My family was here. They don't get to come very often, so that was incredible. So just overall, a lot of gratitude for everything that I've done here and everything I've been able to take away from my experience.
Jeff, you talked about how North Florida softball is on the map after this. Just what does this do for your program moving forward?
Well, I mean, I think it's just the next step in our progression. I mean, I think, when Benny, took our phone call and took a chance on us, I think it was, it really kind of accelerated our process. And, I think with what these kids have done this year and winning a regular season title, a conference championship title, I mean, that's not easy to do, 2 in 1 year. And, to get to a regional, first try, win 2 games, make it to a regional final, I mean, when you factor that in with everything our campus has to offer and everything, I don't know how people aren't looking at UNF at this point. So, again, super grateful to this senior class. I mean, they refused to believe that this was supposed to be a rebuilding year for us, and just completely bought into the idea of whatever we put our minds to, we can, go out and accomplish. And I think, they did just that.
Coach, obviously, reflecting on the season, obviously ending not the way you wanted to, but just emotionally, what are you feeling right now when you look back on the season?
I'm a little tired, if I'm being honest. These past couple of weeks have been, a lot. It's a lot of games in a short period of time. And I'm not as young as these two are, so I feel it probably a little bit more than they did. But, it's hard. I feel like I've been asked that question a lot over the past 2 weeks, and, I honestly haven't had much time to think about it. I think there'll be a point in time, once we get through, the tough ending where we look back on it and, we'll hold our heads high and be proud of what we did.
Y'all were having a little bit of a problem with South Carolina's pitching staff, over the course of the 2 days. Do you feel like it's more talent with them, or is it about how they've been coached with pitch sequencing and things like that? Just what do you attribute South Carolina's pitching success to, I guess?
You want me to take that, or? Yeah. I mean, they're very good. I mean, they're the number 8 national seed, so you don't get something like that without having a lot of pitching, good pitching. Obviously they're well coached. They've got a really good duo with, guys who can, spin it pretty well. And then, they got the power arm with Hurd, and, I think they play off one another really well. And, I mean, they're good. I mean, there's not much more to say to it than that. I mean, I think our kids, represented themselves well against a very good pitching staff. And, I thought both games were kind of, through 5 innings were pretty much mirror images of, one another. And we had a lot of, some hits early, and we just struggled to get that big hit to kind of, get that run in. I think if we could have done that, it maybe, becomes a little bit of a different story. But, we're not going to take anything away from them. I mean, they're obviously a very good team, and, I'm sure they'll be, they'll represent very well in the Super Regionals going forward.
Thank you.